Community yangu ya TikTok ikiendelea kugrow, rabbit hole inaendelea kuchimbwa, and it goes deep. Talk ya leo ni complex, but ndakupeleka step by step. Kuna kitu inaitwa quantum politics. Ni policies ama ideas zinaweza influence political structures ama governance. Mnachikia story ya maandamano ina happen sahi, hiyo ni quantum politics. Mnajua ile pressure IMF imewekelea gava ya Kenya, hiyo ni quantum politics. But weka bookmark hapo, tutarudia hiyo point ya quantum politics na mtaona kila kitu vile ina connect. Najua mnangamile story ya World Economic Forum, but wacha tu nikukumbushe. World Economic Forum ni an independent organization founded in 1971 na msee anaitwa Klaus Schwab. Meeting yao can only be attended by the heads of state na powerful billionaires, ambapo venue ni Davos, Switzerland.
Some of the world's wealthiest figures are currently in the Swiss town of Davos for the World Economic Forum's meeting that started yesterday.
The organization on a list ya companies as partners na yearly wana turnover over $5 billion. The organization haina power ya kumake decision. However, wana ability ya kuinfluence politics, business na ideology zao. Selling point yao inakuanga na pattern, kuuza uoga au watasema wanasaidia mahasla. Hiyo ni quantum politics.
Yani bottom alafu up. Yani bottom up. Hebu nione watu wa bottom up hapa, nione watu wa bottom up, bottom up, bottom up. Tumekubaliana?
At this pivotal moment, I see several priorities for the global agenda. We must continue to fight against the global pandemic. We must revitalize the global economy and accelerate its transition to net zero. Narrow the gap between the rich and the poor to achieve more sustainable global development.
What if nikushow hii stuff yote Ruto anadu saizi ni kitu imeplaniwa 8 years ago? Utaniamini? Let's go down the rabbit hole. 2015, Ruto alienda meeting ya World Economic Forum na zile ideas alikuanga nazo ndo anadai kuzifanya policies leo.
The conversations at Davos came to a close at the weekend, and part of that was a great representation of African leaders at the event. While CNBC Africa's Nosipo Mbanjwa caught up with Kenya's Deputy President William Ruto and had this interesting conversation.
We have a rather clearer map on the Sustainable Development Goals. We have convergence of thoughts and ideas on climate change, financing for development, create jobs, create wealth, and have a much more balanced world.
Unadhani vituko zinaishia hapo? Kuna hii documentary fulani watu wangu walirecommend, inaitwa The Grab.
I've covered stuff in the past that people told me I should be concerned about, that I should be watching my back.
And food is a very obvious and central way to wield power.
Came across this classified cable telling companies to go overseas and buy up food and water resources. And a lot of this is happening in the shadows, quietly.
It's not just China, not just Russia. This is Wall Street, big money, is leasing land to foreign countries.
What if there's an uprising?
That's where we come in.
Private military corporations.
One of the most notorious mercenaries on the planet. You have thousands of his emails.
Correct.
Just take and take and take, and pretty soon there's anything to take.
When you don't have enough food, money is useless.
While policy experts are debating, whoever has guns is going to go after it and get it.
Hii documentary inachanua wasee vile foreign countries inabuy reserves kwa nchi za Africa, kitu inajulikana kama the modern scramble for Africa.
Being called the new scramble for Africa. The United Arab Emirates, where we are right now, is using its vast oil money to buy up the rights to land in many African countries in order to sell carbon credits to major polluters. The company's negotiating to purchase the rights to about a tenth of Liberia's landmass, a fifth of Zimbabwe, and swaths of Kenya, Zambia, and Tanzania. The Guardian newspaper reports the deal involves land about the size of the United Kingdom. Blue Carbon would then sell carbon credits linked to forests preserved on this land.
So what they're doing effectively after failing to mitigate at the source is by what they call carbon credits, but in fact those are just permits to pollute, placing Africans off their land so that they can actually be able to attain the right to continue to pollute. That is what they are. So don't buy this false idea that they are buying carbon credits. There's nothing called carbon credit. What they're doing is actually commodifying nature, and in the process of commodifying nature, give people crumbs so that they can actually continue to pollute.
Some 16 Saudi companies bought more than 2.2 million metric tons of carbon credits on Wednesday at an auction in Kenya, the world's largest sale of its kind.
Well, we're here to walk the talk. We're here on the ground in Kenya, Nairobi. We selected Nairobi to be our destination. Exactly what you mentioned, the climate change issues that we see here in Africa, which is something very important for us.
Nataka kuwakumbusha vile ukoloni ilihappen. Wakenya walipatiwa macontract wa sign ambapo hawakuwa wanajua kitu inasema. Na hivyo ndivyo land ziligrabiwa. Mpaka leo hakuna mse anajua details za hizi deals. Main aim ya global elite ni kucontrol kila kitu. Lakini kuna hope. Quantum politics. The same way wako na influence na the powerful few, ndio the same way revolution ina influence to the majority of the people. Huwezi beba kila mtu ufala and get away with it for a long time. History ina show. Na kama content na kubamba, you can always subscribe ndio niweze kupigana na ama flat earther vizuri. Baadaye majamaa.